What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So for our first video of Madden 26, if you didn't catch all the lab sessions, all the live lab sessions we had online here, this is going to be our first formal video. And it comes off the back of a question that I was asked today. And it was, if I was to dumb down the spread playbook to 5 formations, which 5 formations would it be? And because I am a spread purist, it's going to start with spread flex. Now, one of the main reasons I do use spread playbook is because I love the structure of the playbook itself. I don't like using a custom, um, you know, because now we can set our audibles. We have everything we need in the playbook for, personally. But we have everything we need. We have access to all the stuff, all the audibles. We can get from 3 different 2x2 spread formations here. We have a little bit of compression. We have 3 bunch formations. We got 2 trio formations. We got a plethora of 3x1 and 4x1. 2x2 with a tight end in line. You got 12 personnel, 13 personnel. You got everything you need in this playbook, right? But the basis of it all starts with spread flex. And I'll just go through my audibles real quick. We got slot flags, RPO read screen. This play is the reason we're in this playbook. It's basically a quadruple option. It's a, oh, are you misaligned? Here's free yards play, right? We have wide cross and we have mesh, right? So the thing about this formation is we have, like I said, these are my audibles. So these are plays that I do not call out of the huddle. These are plays that I need to get to for something quick. If I see zero blitz, I might go to slot flags. If I see a weak box, meaning there's only 5 guys in the box, 4 down linemen, 1 linebacker, or 3 down linemen, 2 linebackers, like dollar or something like that, I'm going to go RPO read screen, right? Because numbers advantage offense, right? Any type of single high, you're going to catch me in mesh or you're going to catch me in cross, Y cross. And these plays complement each other so well because essentially you have, oh, I'm going to just beat you over the head with mesh underneath, like we're throwing drags, right? We're going to throw this quick out or technically corner route from the Z receiver every now and then. What I do like to do is put a backside dig route because this corner post does not do anything in this game. It hasn't done anything since like PS4, bro. Get rid of that route, put a dig there. But essentially, you have Y cross, which is a spread offense staple, and then slot flag. I want to go over slot flags just because this is a play that it's completely underrated, right? So if we go random plays here, what I do like to do is run the. This is one of the few formations I'll run the formation into the boundary, and all I'm doing here is just streaking this guy. We got streak corner flat on the right side, right? Versus this look, I would 1000% just go to RPO read screen. Look where the pitch guy is, all the way at the top of the screen. So we're just going to snap the ball and throw it out to the smoke. Boom. Anytime you got misalignment like that, throw it, right? Because that guy's likely not going to come down to play it. And I know that we're trying to do another play, but I can't ignore an opportunity to throw this. Every single time I see that there's not a guy over top of this tight end, I'm throwing this 1000%. If you want to jump out there and user it, be my guest. But I'm going to throw it, bro. And if you jump out there and user it, I'll just, read the play as it is, which is a read option. But, yeah. Snap the ball, no user, circle. Easy yards. So, yeah. Back to the play. Again, I would honestly just run a read option here. I would audible to read screen. But for the sake of the video, we are going to actually run a play. Quick tip. One of the things I do like to do and get in the habit of is holding circle and then going over to highlight another player. What that does is it keeps your camera angle wide initially so that you can see what's going on to your outside wide receivers. If you look at Bateman there, let me just show you something. Like, we can't see him on the screen. We can't see our slot receiver on the screen. If we would have snapped the ball, we don't really know what's going on out there, right? So if you hold circle and then, go to like motion a guy, quote unquote, you can widen out your camera before you snap the ball so you can see what you're actually reading. So what am I reading here? I could be reading street corner flat on the right side, or I could be reading over here to the field and reading Winston slash smash. So Winston is, it would be more exaggerated where the outside receiver would run to the track of the number 2, which is Flowers. So Bateman would run more of a exaggerated slant into triangle here, which, you know, for the sake of this video, who cares? All I really want to read is the guy that's over top of Flowers. Does he redirect Flowers? If he gets hands on Flowers, that means it's zone. And if it is zone, I'm throwing the whip route. If Flowers gets a free release, it's likely man coverage, meaning one-on-one, corner out, best wide receiver. You take your chances throwing the corner, right? So let's get into the play here. He gets redirected. We get a free release up the sideline there. That's a up pass lead, more of a, like, let's say 10 o'clock. But as you can see right here, we're reading the defender over top of Flowers. Snap of the ball, Flowers gets redirected. That means that that's likely a curl flat slash vert hook slash seam flat something where he's getting redirected. While he's redirecting him as a flat defender, he can't defend this flat while he's redirecting. You got to run off or deep zone here, deep zone here. So essentially we're putting this defender into conflict, right? Easy read to the sideline here. Boom. Let's run it one or two more times here. See what kind of look we get. So this type of look looks like a zero blitz. We can read the right side of the field here. We're going X to R1, who's hot, right? If that defender over X comes, we're throwing R1, right? That's an easy read versus any type of zone. I mean, any type of man blitz. Taking a peek at the play real quick. Yeah, this is a double safety blitz, actually. But because safeties, the blitz is actually coming from depth, I have time to make this throw. And it's really easy. Actually threw it a little late and from the back foot. And we got the completion here, right? Alternatively, if we look at the left side of the field, again, if Flowers gets redirected, it's zone. If he gets a free release, it's man. And if it's man, you trust your receiver to beat his guy, which he does. That's a down and outside pass lead to Flowers as well, right? So you essentially got the same thing on both sides of the field. That's why this play is good. Again, we got a 2-deep safety look. We got our guy standing right over top of Flowers. If he gets redirected, we're throwing square. If he gets a free release, we're throwing triangle. No matter what right here. Let's go ahead and run it. That's an amazing play by 22. But let's take a peek at that alignment one more time, right? What are the odds that this guy is head up with this receiver and pressed? This is likely a blitz. And when he blitzes, he's likely blitzing as well. He actually doesn't. It's actually it's a straight 5-man. Okay. But in any case, you know, he gets a free release. He gets to step on his safety's toes. Does not win the rep, but you know, you live and you learn, right? But essentially, that's what you're looking for there, right? That's slot flags. I typically, like I said, I like running that into the field. I just want to run more time here, as I know he's gonna get pressed in that look. Easy peasy. Try to hurdle some folk, but that's how it goes, man. That's Winston. You have street corner flat, which is Sale on the right side, Winston on the left slash smash. See if Flowers can win here. We'll just get a bad ball. All right, well, practice that timing. Practice that timing. But let's get into the rest of the plays, man. This video's getting kind of long already, and we're still in formation number 1. Shallow cross, really easy. If the drag's there, throw it. If not, throw the dig, right? Really easy stuff there. Stick, not very good in this game. Wide corner actually is a 1-play touchdown still. If you can get the time. So if you're going against like a 3-down lineman set, they're habitually calling cover 3 sky, bomb before touchdown. And I'll show you that real quick. If they have a 3-down lineman, like a cover 3 buzz drop something here. They don't have a buzz. Cover 3 sky. All right, so let's streak our guy in the slot. Let's max protect as well. And basically, once your post crosses the face of that free safety, you can bomb him for a touchdown. See if we can get it here. They got bumped. Crazy. Hit the wrong button. But yeah, he got bumped crazy. Let's actually run that one more time. Max protect. Okay, there we go. That was weird. Why did he not?
180.
Replay. Replay. The outside third should definitely be stuck there. Are they bumping into each other? Okay. So here's another thing about spread flex that I like a lot. It's always been this little motion right here, motioning to the left side so that your slot receiver is now on the ball, and he's the first one to attack that safety. Plus, you get a little bit of a tighter split. Still going to max protect here. All right? So now let's take a peek at this here. I don't know what I did. But as you can see, the touchdown is there, brother. I'm not going to just keep running this play, beating it like a dead horse. This is specific to, like, you know that you can get time in the pocket versus their pass rush. They're dropping a spy. They're only rushing 3, only rushing 2, whatever the case may be. But as you can see right here, 4 gets up on the safety's toes faster, which allows 7 to cross his face. And that is 1,000% a touchdown. If I'm lying, I'm dying, bro. I ain't gonna lie. This is a touchdown, brother. The safety, I mean, the corner is held down by the corner out, the slot streak, and then your post from the backside. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Practice that with when you're on time. Z shallow cross is the exact same as shallow cross. You're just getting the shallow from someone else. I do like to, let's just call it cover 3 sky here. This is the most common coverage you're going to face. So another thing that you can do out of this formation is you can motion this guy in and you can create a stack here. So if you want free releases out of spread flex, you can get it anytime you want, brother. Anytime you want. So there's the drag there. We throw it. We take our 5 to 7 yards every single time, right? If we want to leave the base alignment there, we can do that. Is the drag there? It is. Throw it every time, right? If we want to do the same little short motion on the left, we can do that little pseudo stack there. You know, and we get a little bit more of a free release from triangle. Boom. Easy peasy. Try to hurdle somebody. But that's shallow cross. You can get that with the tight end. You can get that with the Z shallow cross, Y shallow cross. It's shallow cross. Very easy read. Let me just see if we can show the triangle here. Actually, we don't get it, but because we threw it so early. Essentially, you're just reading the second defender. Well, actually, the third defender in for shallow cross. You're reading the guy. You're reading the space. So if that linebacker backs up, throw the drag. Right? If he was to stay shallow, you would throw this. You have your handy dandy running back sit route. Your tight end running a wheel is always going to widen out any type of curl flat zone, seam flats, and stuff like that. That's why Z shallow cross is a little bit better than Y shallow cross in my opinion. But Y shallow cross is easier to run because you're just reading tight end drag to dig, right? But that's that. Moving right along, we have mesh. Mesh is a staple in the spread offense. We can call random play here. All I like to do is get us a dig on the field as opposed to that corner post. So running random play here, again, you want to keep an eye on the outside guy. So our alert is the corner by circle. That's our alert. If it's there, throw it. If the defender over top of the tight end, which is the second defender in, if he does not go to the sideline, you throw the corner out. versus any type of off coverage. That could be man, it could be cover 3, cover 4, cover 9, cover 6. If this defender that's over this tight end does not buzz to the flat quick, we have free yardage versus any off coverage, right? If he does, that means the drag's open. If this defender over this tight end goes to the flat first, the tight end is open. Look at the space between, well, let's see if we can do it here with the ID the mic. Look at the space between this defender and this defender. 1 and 2. If this guy goes outside, the tight end drag is open. Okay? Let's actually reset the play here. Alright. So, again, we're going to use a little trick where we hold circle just so we can keep eyes on the outside receivers here. And we're going to look to circle, and then we're reading mesh. Alright, so Tez Walker didn't come down with that ball. But, you know, hopefully your receiver's a little bit better. But essentially, you see what I mean when I say if this defender does not buzz out to the flat, we have a free throw to the sideline here. You know, there's going to be a cover 3 third or cover 4 quarter. Essentially, that guy is going to play him eventually, like he did. But, you know, you'll be able to throw this down and outside pass lead versus any type of off coverage. Same thing here. It's man, but, you know, that was a man blitz, actually. We probably should have thrown to the running back. But essentially, give yourself a little 12 to 15 yard dig on the backside, just in case it's zone. And we want to look to the sideline here. That's 2 feet down. That's a 9-yard completion. That's the alert. That's what you want to throw every single time. If it's there, take it. The alert is there. Sorry. So let me explain mesh in a way that doesn't make sense to a lot of people. But if you know spread offenses and how they're structured, you'll understand it. When you call mesh, mesh is the check down, not the primary read. You're not primarily reading the mesh. Why? Because the mesh is going to be open every fucking time. What's not open every time is this little corner route, right? What's not open every time is the dig behind the mesh. But if you can force somebody to have to defend this quick little out route, that opens up mesh. So if you throw this enough, they'll start to play cover 2, play cover 1 man, cover 2 man. And if they play cover 2 man, then mesh running away from 2 man-to-man defenders and trail technique, yes, please. If you have a defender playing man coverage on a guy that's running a dig, if you got an elite receiver out here, a true X, good luck, right? So let's run it again here. It actually looks like we get a cover 2 man look. So versus a cover 2 man look, we don't want to alert to the out route here. We're actually going to alert to the dig, right? If the dig's there, throw it. If it's not, run in mesh. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We're going to score a touchdown here. I am going to take it just because I'm a Ravens fan. Let's get Bateman in the end zone. My last online game, he scored, I think, 3 touchdowns as well. So there's that. So let's take a look at the replay. 2 deep safety look. Again, we can run mesh if it's, you know, if it's in the cards for us. But I would also just run RPO read screen, right? RPO read screen, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. This is actually cover 1 hole. Cover 1 robber. You can see the safety buzz down. The free safety is going to buzz down. Strong safety is going to rotate. It's actually not that. This is some form of press match coverage. That's interesting. But in any case, everyone matches underneath, but you can see that we can throw our tight end drag. We can throw our shallow drag to Flowers here. What we can't throw is the corner route and the running back route. We can't throw those 2. But what did I tell you? When you have 2 deep safeties in a press look, you're likely getting some sort of man coverage. So we're running this here. We are alerting to the dig, but we're reading mesh late, right? The dig's open. Bateman super wins off the line of scrimmage here. And this is why we are looking, this is why we pan the camera out so we can see what happens at the line of scrimmage. We see that super win, we already know we're going to that dig. That's what we're alerting to. So as long as our eyes are there first, throw that every time, right? Get a little broken tackle there, we're out to the races. But if you don't like that look, you don't trust that throw, look who's right open. Look who's open right underneath him, just running away from his defender, right? Um, mesh should be studied in a lab, bro. It's such a good play. Mesh dig, mesh spot, mesh corner, mesh wheel, like so many different ways to run mesh. But there you go. That's mesh. That's Z shallow cross. That's slot flags. And here's my baby Y cross. So, again, we're still running this into the boundary. I do like to run my my bubble. So the threat of the bubble is always to the wide side of the field, right? But we're going to be in slot cross here. So in this particular look versus this kind of defense, I would take my running back and I would put him in a block and release because that's going to do a half slide to the left here, and we're our running back is going to be reading the inside linebacker. If he does not come, which we can do this, you can ID the mic there. So you're telling your halfback, hey, that's who you got, right? And because he has that guy, now we know that our crosser is going to be AKA doubled, pseudo doubled, because the linebacker that is manned up on the running back, he's going to either A, be a user defender, or he's going to be able to lurk over the middle, right? So what does that leave us? We have an out route, one-on-one versus a safety. I'll take that. And if the user over the middle is not a good user, we still have that crosser, right? So we're reading this. This is a full field read. We're reading triangle. If he's open, throw it. If not, look up. You should have your crosser. Is the crosser open? Yes. Throw it. If not, look to the post sit. Is the post sit open? Yes. Throw it. If not, throw it to your running back. Or at that point, you're scrambling. But essentially, that's the full field read right here. Your alert on this play is the outside fade. So any type of press coverage with no safety help, single high safety, you want to take a shot. If you got a fast guy there, take your shot, right? That outside fade, that old school, like Madden 08 fade, that's money versus press coverage. But essentially, we're reading left to right, alert to square, not in this case. So we're going triangle, X, circle, R1. It's that easy. Now our pass pro did not hold up. I got hit. I felt that hit, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I felt that hit. So yeah, that's really unfortunate. 43, brother. If your job is to look at that guy, and if he blitzes, you block, bro. What we doing? He clearly sees this man coming. He's targeting him like, yeah, he's gonna blitz. I'm gonna run a route though. Yeah, that's wild, bro. So maybe we're not doing check and release this year. Check and release was something I really liked last year. But this year we might just go ahead and block Buddy so that we can know that he's actually blocking here, right? But as you can see, we get the slot blitz. We get the blitz off the right side here as well. So what does that leave us? It's one-on-one Zay Flowers with a safety. Take that 100% with outside leverage. You know, quick to the flat, easy peasy. That's 5 yards that we can use, right? I think where are we at with time? We're at 24 minutes, bro. I think I'm going to go ahead and cut the video here. I guess we're going to be doing a whole lot of talking in these videos, but I believe we went through a lot in this formation specifically. We went over read screen. I'm pretty sure we went over Y shallow cross. Just for because we're still here and we haven't gotten to any other formations, let's go over PA deep outs real quick. PA deep outs. This is something I used to keep in my audibles. It used to be my play action audible. But I've since replaced mesh with slot flags and replaced PA deep outs with mesh. Y cross and RPO screen have always been my audibles here. But essentially, the reason I took this out is because I really only like this versus cover 2 defense. That's really all I like it for, right? It's good, that wild play action here, and then we get this throw. That's an interception in this game. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and run a fade down the sideline. Because I'm not really reading anything else other than this. And that's terrible. How is this not like, okay. Let's actually run divide, I suppose. Huh? Okay. All right. There you go. This is no longer a one-play touchdown. You just get chunk yards. All right, cool. Well, good thing we took it out of our audibles last year because it's obviously no good this year. And it's probably hash dependent. We should probably be on the left hash throwing the post from the short side to the wide side of the field, but that's neither here nor there. Jet touch pass has historically been bad out of this formation. I would not mess with it. Y corner, again, one-play touchdown if you can get the protection. Y stick, don't like it as much this game. We'll just run it against random. And this is how I like to run it here. We have the arrow instead of the swing. Just reading the second defender in. Guess we should have hit the running back there. But I didn't like the rolled up corner, so yeah, we didn't run it. Running it again here. Got actually 10 yards out of that. That's good to know. But anytime you see a look like that last look, like even again this look right here, let's just run RPO read screen here. Keep the ball out the back door, and we can stun on this guy a little bit. That was terrible. That man just broke his ankles for nothing. But I do want to show you guys this. So I believe that was man coverage, right? So snapping the ball, we're reading the RPO solely, right? We're solely reading the RPO here. Why? Because the corners are rolled up on our outside receiver 81, and there's a guy capping our bubble in number 4 on the left side. So what does that tell me? That means that they're in good position to defend both of those options. So we just run read option. Snap the ball. We're going to read the read defender, which is 97 on the right side of the end line, right side of the line of scrimmage. We get a double team on the D tackle here. Our center is going to climb up to the linebacker level, and if that defender stood up and give us the read to hand the ball off, we have a clear lane right up the middle of the field, right? But because he crashes down, we're able to keep the ball with the QB, and we go out the back door for a 60-yard touchdown. And this is just disgusting what we did to former Raven Geno Stone. This is really terrible, bro. I don't know what he was doing here. I did a little outside juke into a spin move, and he just like fell. That's hilarious. We're gonna end the video on that. Just watch this man fall on his ass. That's kind of hilarious. But yeah, man. If you liked the video, like the video. If you didn't, be sure to dislike it, leave some comments, and then subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm out.